Hi everyone, welcome back to class. This is Zyre Yoga. I'm Kayla. So here's the class that I tried to teach live on Facebook on Thursday, but technological issues made it so that most of the class didn't stream like it was supposed to. So we're going to do it again today, and then that way you have it to practice, because I thought it was a great flow. So make your way over to your mat. If you'd like to have a block or some books or something to just kind of help you in some of the postures, you can go ahead and grab that. Otherwise, all you need is yourself and some water. So just making your way over into your mat. We're going to start on the right side. Take a moment, press into both feet, pick up your toes, spread them wide, relax your shoulders. Take a long, deep inhale in. Exhale everything out through your mouth. One more time like that. And then just take a moment, take your hands to your heart center. Pressing the palms together, lengthening up, let your knees be soft. Start to bring that deep yogic breath into your body, so sending air down to your belly and then filling all the way up into your collarbones. As you exhale, pull the navel back, exhaling out. And just move with that breath, trying to lengthen it a little longer each time. Take this time to use your breath to find any points in your body that you might be holding tension, anywhere that you might be a little bit sore or tense, just reminding yourself to be kind to those parts of your body. And we're going to set our intention for class today to be, I am capable. We'll take one more long breath here in stillness. And then on your next inhale, just lengthen, reaching up towards the ceiling, inhaling. As you exhale, bend the knees deeply, fold all the way down. Take a moment, let your head relax, shake it yes and no, noticing how you're feeling in your hamstrings, maybe in your low back. When it feels good, we're going to bend the knees a little and roll all the way up, reaching to the ceiling, lengthen up. As you exhale, come back down, bending the knees so that you don't put too much pressure into your hamstrings or your low back. And roll all the way up again. We're going to do that one more time. As you exhale, bending the knees, bring your belly along your thighs. And then we'll inhale, roll all the way up, reach to the ceiling. We're going to add on. So as you exhale, coming down, bending the knees. We'll come halfway up this time. So take your hands wherever feels good, roll your shoulders back. Try to send your inner thighs back towards the back of your mat. Exhale, fold back down. And then pull your belly in. Let's come all the way up with a flat back, pressing into the feet. Inhale to lengthen. Same thing, 2 more times. Exhale, folding down. We'll come halfway up, using your hands to support you if you need to. Exhale, fold down, hands onto your hips, press into the feet, pull your belly in, come up with a flat back. Inhale to reach, and exhale all the way back down. Last time like this. Come halfway up, lengthening. Exhale to fold down, hands onto the hips, pull your belly in, come up with a flat back. Reaching up, we're going to move into a sun salutation A, so exhale, straight back down. We'll do 2 of these. Come halfway up, lengthening. Exhale, folding down, plant your hands, step your feet back. We're going to come onto the knees. Finding a kneeling plank, shift yourself forward, elbows hugging in, lower down. Inhale, reach up with the chest. Exhale to lower, press through all 4s, and find downward facing. Paddling out the legs. If you don't want to be in downward facing dog, you can keep your knees on the ground and just extend your arms long for a kneeling down dog. Just playing with your legs a little bit, seeing how everything feels. Pull your belly in, try to widen through your shoulders. And then looking forward, walk your feet all the way up. We'll come halfway up, lengthen the spine. See if this feels a little bit better this time. Exhale to fold. Hands onto the hips, pull your belly in. Come all the way up, reach to the ceiling. We're gonna do exactly that same thing one more time. Folding down. Come halfway up, roll the shoulders back. Exhale to fold, planting your hands. Step your way back, come onto the knees. Shift yourself forward, pulling the belly in. Lower down. Keeping the hands on the floor, tops of the feet on the floor. Just lift your chest. And then we'll press all the way back to downward facing dog, pedaling your legs. So as we move through our practice, we're gonna do a flow, and then each time that we come through it, we're gonna add on. So it's gonna be building, giving you a chance to really feel the postures, since you'll be knowing where we're going each time until we add on. When you're ready, looking forward, walk your feet to the top of the mat. We'll come halfway up, lengthen the spine. Exhale to fold. Hands onto the hips, come all the way up, reach to the ceiling, lengthening tall, palms together. Take your hands to your heart, bringing your mind back to that intention. I am capable. And then we're going to start by pulling the belly in. As we reach our arms, send your hips back. Find your way into chair. Press into both feet. Squeeze your glutes. As you exhale down, find a forward fold. We'll come halfway up, lengthening the spine. Exhale to fold down. Step back with your left foot. Bring the knee down to the floor, top of the foot down. Squeeze everything in and lengthen up with the arms. As you exhale, hands are going to come to the inside of your front foot. Tuck your back toes. Slowly walk your way over, finding goddess. Holding here. Squeeze your glutes. We're going to turn towards the left side of the mat and bring the right knee down. So turning, lowering down. Inhale to reach. On your exhale, take your hands down to the floor. Step back, finding plank. Take a chaturanga, up dog or cobra. And find your way back to downward facing dog. Pausing here, pedal the legs. Try to widen through the shoulders. And then looking forward, walk your feet up to the top of the mat. We'll come halfway up, lengthen the spine. Exhale to fold down. Sink your hips back, pull your belly in, then sweep your arms up, finding chair pose. So we'll do exactly that same thing again and find our way over to the other side of the mat. So when you're ready, exhale straight back down. Come halfway up, lengthen the spine. Exhale down, step back with the right foot, bringing the knee down to the floor. Top of the back foot down. Squeeze everything in first. Inhale to lengthen up. As you exhale, hands to the inside of that left foot. Tuck your right toes. Walk your way over. Find your way into goddess. Holding here. And then we're going to turn to the right side of the mat. Left knee is going to come down. Inhale the arms up. On your exhale, hands down to the floor, stepping back, finding plank. Flow through chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra. Remember, in upward facing dog, your thighs and knees are off the floor. We'll pull our bellies in, coming through plank and into downward facing. Pedal the legs. So just as a reminder, you can take child's pose here. You can take a kneeling downward facing dog. You can skip those chaturangas and just hold downward facing if you prefer. Looking forward, walk your feet up. We'll come halfway up, lengthen the spine. Exhale to fold down. Bend the knees deep, sweep the arms, find your way to chair pose. So we're going to add on this time. When you're ready, exhale straight back down. Come halfway up, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold, step back with that left foot. Bring the knee down, top of the foot down, squeeze, and lengthen up. As you exhale this time, hands are going to come to the hips. Tuck your back toes and lift up into a crescent lunge. Inhaling the arms overhead. On your exhale, hands to your heart. We're going to shift the weight, find warrior three. Take the knee all the way up into the chest. All the way back. trying to keep the hips square. And we'll tap the toes down, open yourself up into goddess. And then we're gonna turn towards the left side, and your right foot's gonna lift for that warrior three. So turning over, whoop. Just doing exactly what we did in reverse. So bringing the knee into your chest. Send the leg all the way back. We'll tap it down, finding that crescent lunge. Inhaling the arms up. Exhale the hands onto the hips. Lower that back knee down. Inhale, reaching. Exhale, planting the hands. Step yourself back, finding plank. Chaturanga if you like to, or you can go straight to downward facing or child's pose. Pull in through the belly and lift up, downward facing. Pedal the legs, take a couple breaths here. Hopefully you're starting to feel warm. If your room that you're in is as warm as mine, you're going to get your sweat on today. When you're ready, looking forward, walk your feet up. We'll come halfway up, using your hands to support you if you need to. Keep your knees bent a little. Exhale to fold. Bend your knees really deep. Squeeze your glutes first, belly in, lifting up, chair pose. Same thing as on the other side. We're going to exhale straight back down. Come halfway up, lengthen. Exhale, folding, step back with that right foot, bringing the knee down. Inhale, reaching. On your exhale, hands down to the hips, tuck your back toes. We'll lift into crescent lunge. Reach the arms up. Hands to the heart, shift your weight forward, finding warrior three. On your exhale, knee up into your chest. Send that leg all the way back. And then tap the toes down, open up into goddess. Just like before, we're gonna go over to the right side, come straight into warrior three. So turn your right toes, shift your body, lift that back leg. Knee into your chest. Squeeze the glutes on your standing leg. Send the leg all the way back. We'll tap the toes, find your crescent lunge, inhaling to reach. Exhale the hands to your hips. Lower down, finding that kneeling lunge. Reaching up, squeeze the glutes on that back leg. Exhale, hands to the floor, step your way back to plank. Flow through chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra. Pulling in through the belly, pressing through a plank, and then downward facing. So don't let your low back droop as you move through upward facing dog to downward facing dog. You need to really pull up through your core. Breathing here. Looking forward, walk your feet up. Coming halfway up, lengthening through that spine. Try to send your inner thighs back. Exhale to fold. Bend your knees, sweep your arms, find your way into chair. So we'll add on again. When you're ready, exhale, fold back down. So the first section, you already know where we're going. Come halfway up. Exhale, fold, left foot steps back. Bring the knee down. Squeeze everything in as you lift. On your exhale, hands to your hips, tuck your back toes, lift into that crescent lunge, reach the arms. Hands to the heart, shifting forward, find warrior three. We'll bring the knee into the chest, squeeze the standing leg, send that leg back. We're gonna tap the toes, inhale, reach the arms, and then as you exhale, plant your back foot flat, finding warrior one with the legs, clasp your hands, open the chest, lift the chin. And we'll exhale forward into that humble warrior. Reach the arms away if it feels good. As you inhale, reach all the way up, all the way open, finding goddess. Holding here, squeeze the glutes. As you transition towards the left, we're going to take the hands behind us. Plant that back foot down, find your humble warrior. Inhale, keeping those hands clasped behind you, reach the chest up. And then as you reach your arms, lift that back heel off the ground, crescent lunge. Exhale, hands to the heart, shift forward, find warrior three. Take the knee into the chest, squeezing the glutes. Send it all the way back. We'll find our crescent lunge, reaching the arms. Exhale, hands to the heart, hips. Knee down, reaching up, kneeling lunge. Exhale, plant the hands, step your way back to a plank. Chaturanga if you like. Upward facing dog or cobra, try to widen through those shoulders. And then pressing through a pointed plank to downward facing dog. I'm starting to get my sweat on. When you're ready for it, looking forward, walk your feet up. We'll come halfway up, reaching the spine. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, sweep the arms, find your way back to chair. Look down, make sure you can see your toes. Pull your belly in, don't let your booty swing back. On your exhale, fold all the way down. Halfway up, lengthen the spine. And then as you fold, right foot's gonna step back. Kneeling lunge, same thing as on the other side, lift it up. On your exhale, hands to the hips. Lift yourself into that crescent lunge, reaching the arms. Keep pressing into the heel, that front leg, squeezing through the glutes. Hands to the heart. Shift forward, warrior three. Knee into the chest. Squeeze the glutes on the standing leg. Send the leg all the way back. We'll tap the toes, reach the arms, and then just like before, taking the hands down behind the back, plant your back foot, so your warrior one legs, open your chest, lift your chin, find your way forward to humble warrior. Maybe your arms can reach away, try not to lock out your elbows, see if you can press your palms together. When you're ready, as we come up, we're gonna open all the way up into goddess. Sinking down here, squeeze the glutes, try to keep your chest straight up and down. And then as we turn back to the right side of the mat, we're going to take the hands behind us, press that back foot flat, finding humble warrior. Inhale, reaching up with the chest, keep your hands clasped. Open your chest, lift your chin. And then as you release your arms, take that back heel off the ground, crescent lunge. Hands down to the heart, shift your weight, finding warrior three. Woo! Grab hold of something if you lose your balance. Knee into the chest, squeeze it up. Squeeze the glute on your standing leg. We'll send the leg back. Tap the foot down, reach the arms, crescent lunge. Hands to your hips, sink down, kneeling lunge, reach the arms. Exhale, take the hands down, stepping to plank. Remember, you can skip these, we have quite a few of them. Opening up through the chest. Pull the belly in, coming through a pointed plank before you come to downward facing. Pedal the legs, slow the breath back down. I am capable. As you're repeating that mantra in your mind, reminding yourself that I am capable doesn't always have to mean that you're doing exactly what I'm doing. You can modify as whatever you need to. Looking forward, walk your feet up. We'll lift halfway, lengthen the spine. Exhale to fold. Bend your knees deep, sweep the arms, finding your way back to chair. So we're gonna add on. I think we have 3 more rounds. When you're ready, exhale to fold. We'll lift halfway. Exhale, folding down, step back with that left leg, bring the knee down, top of the back foot down, lengthen up. Exhale, tuck your toe, lift into that crescent lunge, reach the arms. Palms together at your heart center, shift your weight forward, find warrior three. We'll squeeze that knee into the chest, see if you can get a little higher. Send the leg all the way back. Tap the foot down, reaching the arms. Plant your foot for warrior legs as you clasp your hands. Open your chest. Shifting forward, finding humble warrior. So this is where we're adding on. As you come up this time, we're going to find warrior two. So reaching and open up. Adjust your feet as you need to. Back hand's going to come to back thigh. Reach into reverse warrior. Come all the way forward, finding extended side angle. Don't put all the weight into your arm, and see if you can lengthen that right side body. We're gonna reach all the way back up, open into a goddess. Holding here. Getting ready, we're gonna move straight into extended side angle. So you're gonna turn your left toes first, and then rotate those right toes around as you find that extended side angle. Press into your heel. Try to bring the left bum cheek underneath you. We'll come all the way back, reverse warrior. Finding our way to warrior two. We're gonna shift into that humble warrior, so adjust your feet as you need to. So I like to step my back foot in and shift forward. Coming all the way back up, reach the chest. And then just like before, as you lift the arms, lift the heel. Hands to your heart center, shift forward, find warrior three. Knee into the chest, squeeze, squeeze that standing leg. Send the weight all the way back. Tap your toes, reach your arms, inhale. Exhale, hands to the hips, lower down into that kneeling lunge. Reach the arms. And then plant the hands, step back to plank. Chaturanga if you like. Modifying however you like to. You could even take cat and cow here instead. We'll find downward facing. Send those inner thighs back. Looking forward, walk your feet to the top of the mat. Coming halfway up, lengthen the spine. Exhale to fold, bend your knees. Squeeze the glutes, sweep the arms, finding your way to chair pose. On your exhale, folding down. We'll come halfway up, lengthening. Exhale, fold, right foot's gonna step back, find that kneeling lunge. Reaching the arms, squeeze that back hip forward, using the glutes. Exhale, hands down to your hips, tuck your toes, lifting up, crescent lunge. We'll reach the arms, take them down to the heart, shift yourself forward, find warrior three. Knee into the chest, squeeze it up. As you exhale, send that leg back, tap the toes, reach the arms. Take your hands down behind you, plant the back foot, warrior one legs, opening your chest up, and sink forward into humble warrior, reaching the arms away. So just like before, as we come up this time, we're going to open up into warrior two, adjust the legs as you need to. Back hand to back thigh, reach into your reverse warrior, press that front heel into the ground. Try to keep the length on your left side as you come forward, extended side angle. And then as you inhale up, opening into goddess, doing whatever you like with your arms. Whew. When you're ready, we're going to go straight to extended side angle. So turn the toes, turn that back foot, lengthen down both sides. We'll go straight to reverse. And then finding warrior two, adjusting from here. So just like I said before, I like to step my back foot in, adjusting my hips, reaching my arms back, finding humble warrior. Inhale, pressing up, lift the chest, lift the chin. Lift that back heel up, take the arms above your head. Palms to the heart center, shifting yourself forward, warrior three. Take that knee up into your chest, squeeze your glutes. Send the leg all the way back. Tapping down, reaching up, crescent lunge. Hands to your hips, lowering down, finding that kneeling lunge. Squeeze a glute on your back leg. Exhale, palms down to the floor. Step to plank, chaturanga if you like. Pulling up through the belly, find downward facing. Pedal the legs here. Looking forward, walk your feet up to the top of the mat. We'll lift halfway. Exhale to fold. Bend the knees deep, sweep the arms, find your way back to chair pose, adding on. When you're ready, exhale back down. 2 more full rounds. Come halfway up, lengthen. Exhale, folding down. Step back with that left foot, knee to the ground, top the back foot down. Squeeze the glutes, lengthen. Exhale, hands to the hips, tuck your back toes, reaching up. Lengthen the arms. Hands to the heart, finding warrior 3. Shift your weight. Find something to hold on to if you need to. Try to keep your heel and your shoulders in a line. Knee into the chest. Squeeze the standing leg. Use that glute. Send the leg all the way back. Tap the toes, crescent lunge. And then as you bring your hands down, plant the back foot, warrior 1 legs, opening your chest. Sink yourself forward, finding humble warrior. You don't have to have your arms reaching away. As you inhale to come up, find warrior 2. Same as before, reverse. All the way forward into that extended side angle. We're going to come to a reverse triangle, so reach that front leg straight. And from here, we're going to move to half moon. So since I have this bookshelf here, I'm just going to heel toe my foot back. And then you want to reach your right arm diagonally in front of your little toe by about a foot. So you're going to reach forward. You can use both hands to set up, reach that back leg high, open up. If you need a block or a book under your hand, or even a chair, grab for that. Try to squeeze that top leg as high as you can, opening up through the chest. And we're going to step from here into goddess. So take that foot down, finding your goddess pose. Again, I'm going to move over just a little so I don't hit my couch. Squeeze the hips forward. Left toes are going to turn back. We're going to go straight into that half moon pose. So use both hands on the ground if you need to. Lifting over. Open the hips first, and then see if you can follow it with the top arm. When it feels good, we're going to come into that reverse triangle. So you're going to tap the back foot down, back hand to back thigh, reach all the way back. From here, straight into extended side angle. So bend the front knee, lengthen over, keep the length down the left side. Press into the front heel, keep that bend in the leg, reverse warrior. Find warrior 2. And then we'll move into that humble warrior. So adjust your feet if you need to, clasping the hands. Reach your chest long, trying to get the lowest part of your ribs as close to your knee as you can. We'll inhale, reach up through the chest. When you release your arms away, take that heel off the ground. Hands to the heart, finding warrior 3, shift forward, lift. Squeeze the glute on that standing leg. Don't make your calf take all of the work here. Knee into the chest. Ooh, losing my balance. Send the leg all the way back. Tap your toes down, reach the arms. Hands onto your hips, lower down, finding that kneeling lunge, untuck the back toes, reach. Exhale, plant the hands, stepping back, moving through that vinyasa. Open up through your chest, pull the belly all the way in and up. Downward facing dog. Looking forward, walk your feet up. We'll come halfway up, lengthen the spine. Exhale, folding down. Sink the hips first, squeeze your glutes, pull your belly in, lengthen up into chair. You should still be able to see your toes. When it feels good, exhale straight back down. Come halfway up, lengthen the spine. Exhale, folding down, step back. With that right leg, untuck the toes, reach up, kneeling lunge. As you exhale, hands to the hips, tuck your back toes, lift into your crescent lunge, reach the arms high. Exhale them down to your heart center, shift forward, finding warrior 3. Use the booty. Knee into the chest. Ooh. Send the leg back. Tap it down, reach the arms. Clasping the hands behind you, plant your back foot down. Open your chest up. Press into your front heel. Leaning forward, humble warrior. Maybe you can get your arms a little bit further away from you. We'll move from here straight into warrior two. So lifting, adjusting the legs, pressing into that front heel. Really sweating now. Reach that top arm back, finding that reverse warrior. Coming forward, extended side angle. Keep the length on your side and don't put all of your weight into your arms. See if you can spiral your chest open. We'll come to that reverse triangle, straighten the front leg. Adjust it if you need to, because we're going to come to half moon. Make sure you're squeezing the glute on that front leg so the hips are pressing forward. And we'll lift, come all the way forward, both hands to the floor if you need to. Opening up, half moon. See if you can open your chest, lift your leg a little higher. We'll come straight to goddess from here. So sinking down, adjusting your feet, finding your goddess pose. So try to come down as gently as you can. Squeeze the booty, pulling everything under you, belly's pulled in. Adjust if you need to, in case you also have a bookshelf really close to you. We're gonna come straight to half moon over on the right side. So turn your right toes first, reach your right arm. Taking both hands down if you need to, just try to open those hips up. Keep squeezing the glute on the standing leg. Maybe you can look up. We're going to come down straight into that reverse triangle. So bring the back foot down, straighten out the front leg, reaching back. Adjust your feet as you need to. Sink down, extended side angle. Keep the length on both sides and keep squeezing that back hip forward. Find your way back into reverse warrior and to warrior two. Adjusting the feet as you need to come into that humble warrior. Lengthening through the spine. Press into the heel to lift yourself up. Open the chest. As you lift the arms, lift the back heel. Hands to your heart center. Whew. Pressing forward, find warrior three. Real close to my bookshelf this time. Knee into the chest. Squeeze the standing leg. We'll send the leg all the way back. Tap the toes. Lift the arms, reaching. Exhale the hands to the hips. Lower down. Untuck the back toes. Reach again. Squeeze the glutes so you really feel that stretch down your quad. Hands to the floor. Stepping back to plank. Flow through that vinyasa. Pressing into the hands, tops of the feet. Pull through your belly so you're not putting the weight into your back. And all the way to downward facing dog. Pedal here. See if you're getting kind of lazy in your upper body. Try to widen your shoulders. Press into your hands. Lift your tailbone. Both legs active. You're pressing into your feet almost like you're trying to pull them away from each other. Looking forward, walk your feet up. We'll come halfway up, lengthen the spine. Exhale to fold. Bend your knees deep, pull your glutes in, sweep the arms back to chair. So we have one more round, and the add-on to this round is a little bit complicated, so make sure that you listen. When you're ready, exhale, folding forward. We'll come halfway up, roll the shoulders back, lengthen that spine. Exhale to fold, step back with the left foot. Top of the back foot's gonna release down as you bring the knee down. Inhale up, kneeling lunge. Hands to your hips, tuck the back toes, lifting. Find your crescent lunge, reaching the arms, press into the heel of the front foot. Keep squeezing the glute on that back leg. Hands to the heart. Use your booty to lift yourself into warrior three. Squeezing the glutes as if you're doing a deadlift to bring that knee into your chest. We'll send the leg all the way back. Tap the toes back down, crescent lunge. And then plant your foot as you come into your humble warrior. So open your chest and sink it down. When you're ready, releasing, open all the way up, adjust your feet. Find yourself into your warrior two. Keep squeezing that back leg. So this leg is not just relaxed back here. Your booty is squeezing. Back hand to back thigh, reach into reverse. Maybe you can sink deeper into the front leg. We'll come all the way forward. Find extended side angle. This time if it feels good, maybe you can come down to the floor. all the way back, reverse triangle. We're gonna move to that half moon, and then we're gonna add on from there. So adjust your feet as you need to. We'll come all the way forward. Woo! Finding half moon. Squeeze that back leg as high as you can. Pull that heel back just a little bit so your booty is engaged. Woo! Losing my balance. Top hand's gonna come down. We're gonna square the hips to the floor, finding a standing split or standing L. From here, this is where it's gonna get a little complicated. You're gonna bend your standing leg, bring your left knee down to the floor on the outside of your right foot. And then we're gonna slowly make our way into seated. Lengthen really tall. Turn towards that right leg and find a twist. When you're ready, we're going to unwind all the way. Start to lift up onto the feet. Find your way into plank facing the left side of your mat and hold. When you're ready, your left foot is going to step forward. You're going to bring your right knee behind onto the outside of that left foot, coming into the twist towards the opposite direction. So we're just reversing what we did. When you're ready for it, unwinding back to the left side of the mat, put the weight into your left foot. Slowly bring yourself into a standing split. From here, left hand's gonna stay on the ground. Start to open the hips up. Maybe you can reach your right arm up, finding half moon. See if you can squeeze that leg higher. And then we're gonna slowly tap that back foot down. Find reverse triangle. Keep squeezing the hips forward and sink down into extended side angle. Maybe you can reach for the floor this time. Get really long through both sides. Come all the way up, reverse warrior. And find your way back to warrior two. We're gonna come to humble warrior from here. So clasp the hands, plant your back foot, adjust yourself as you need to so you can bring your back hip forward and lengthen down. We're almost to the part where we sit. When you're ready, inhaling to come up, lift your chin. Take the hands up, take that heel up. Hands to your heart center, weights in the front heel. Find your way into warrior three. Knee into the chest, squeeze it up. Send the weight all the way back. Tap the back toes, finding crescent lunge. Hands to the hips. Take that back knee down. Untuck the back toes, really squeeze. Lengthening up. And exhale down, plant your hands, step back to plank. Chaturanga if you like to. Moving through upward facing dog or cobra. Use the core to press yourself all the way up and back. Downward facing. So we only have the other side to do. And then we'll do some kneeling or all fours and some seated, and then it'll be finished. So when you're ready, looking forward, walk your feet up. Come halfway up, lengthen the spine, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, fold down. Bend your knees, squeeze the glutes, pull the belly in, sweep the arms, finding chair. You can still see your toes. Make sure you're not putting your knees too far forward as you're fatigued. Exhale, fold down. We'll lengthen halfway, reach the spine. And then folding down, step your right foot back, take the knee down, untuck the toes, squeeze in as you lift. Exhale, hands down to your hips, tuck your back toes, lift it up, woo. Reach your arms, and then hands to the heart center, squeeze it forward. Use the glutes to help you here. Pulling up, finding that knee into the chest. All the way back. Take those toes down, reach the arms. As you bring them behind you, plant your back foot, open your chest up. Find your way into humble warrior. As you inhale, reaching up, open up, finding warrior two. Really sweating now. Back hand to back thigh. Keep your belly pulled in as you reach back. Coming forward, extended side angle, long through both sides. Maybe your hand can come to the floor. Keep squeezing that front booty underneath you. Strong through the back leg. We'll reach into that reverse triangle. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then we're going to come forward, half moon. So reach your left hand down towards the left corner of your mat. Using both hands to start if you need to. Squeeze it up. See if you can lengthen down both sides. And then we'll take the right hand down, square the hips, find that standing split. See if you can get long through the spine. And then here's that tricky transition. So we're going to start to bend the standing leg, bring your right knee down to the outside of the left ankle, find yourself into a seat. Hug that knee, take yourself into a twist. On your next exhale, we're going to unwind all the way, start to lift, walk yourself over, find plank and hold. So you're facing the right side of your mat. See if you can relax your shoulders a little bit, pull your belly in, press out through your heels. I'm saying all these things because I'm not doing them. Got to remind myself too. When you're ready, right foot's going to step forward. Then we're going to bring the left knee to the outside of the right heel. Come to seated, find that twist. When you're ready, we're going to unwind. Start to lean forward towards the right. Press into the right foot, lift the left leg. Finding standing split. Taking your right hand to the floor, start to open the hips. Maybe you can reach that left arm up. Maybe you can look up. Halfmoon pose. And we'll come into that reverse triangle. So gently take the foot down, lengthen the front leg straight, squeeze everything under you. Sink in that front leg, find extended side angle. Keep that pelvis squeezing forward so that you don't put unnecessary pressure into your low back. And then we'll come reverse warrior, same thing. You're still squeezing the hips under you. Your booty shouldn't be popping out. Come back to warrior two. Adjust your feet as you clasp your arms behind you, lengthening and sinking forward for humble warrior. When you're ready, reaching the chest up, reach the chin. We'll take the arms and the heel up. Hands down to your heart center, shift forward, finding warrior three. As you exhale, bring the knee into the chest. Send it all the way back. Tap the back toes down. We'll reach the arms, lifting. Hands onto the hips, sinking down. Find that kneeling lunge, back toes untucked. Press into the top of the back foot. Squeeze the booty. Hands down to the mat. Stepping to plank. Flow through your vinyasa. And then pulling through the belly, downward facing dog. And we'll come straight down onto the knees. Start to move through cat and cow. If it feels good, you can start to take your cat and cow sort of into a circle or disco cat, almost like you're using a hula hoop. Try to slow your breath back down. Bringing that mantra back into your mind or maybe out loud, I am capable. If you're taking disco cat, bring it the opposite direction. Oh, so sweaty. Coming back to center, knees together. We're going to tuck our toes under. Get yourself nice and comfortable with your upper body. And we're just going to take the toes to tap outside of the mat. and then back in. So just taking that a couple of times, internally rotating through the hips. See if you can get them a little further each time. Pulling your belly in. This next time that you have your toes out, maybe you can untuck them. Maybe we can start to shift the weight back. Coming towards hero. So the tops of your feet are on the ground, the heels are just outside of your hips. You can sit on something if you need to. Try to keep your knees together. You could even just use your hands to hold you up. If this feels really bad on your knees or your ankles, you can release out of this. It's not required. Just trying to get a little bit of a stretch. When you're ready, slowly bring yourself back up. Readjusting your legs so they're under you. We're going to reach our left arm high, open the chest. As you exhale, thread it underneath the right arm. Bring your shoulder and head down to the floor. Opposite arm can reach long. If you'd like to, you can bring that right hand behind you. Maybe you can grab your thigh or just place it onto your low back. When you're ready, releasing back to center, reach all the way up, and then take that hand down. We'll switch to the other side. So right arm's gonna lift. As you exhale, thread it underneath the left, head and shoulder down to the floor. You can take your right arm or your left arm long, starting there. And if it feels good for you, maybe you want to bring it behind you. Maybe you can grab your opposite thigh. Maybe you just want your hand on your back. On your exhale, slowly come back to center, press yourself up. We're just going to cross at our ankles and roll our way over into seated. I'll turn to you for this first part. So we're going to open our legs out. We're going to open our right leg out. Left foot's going to come to the inside of the right thigh. So have your right leg out as far as feels good. Make sure you can still keep both sitting bones down on the ground. We're just going to lengthen really tall and start to sink forward. So just find where you feel the stretch. You're coming in between the two legs. If it feels good for you, we're going to walk our hands over to the left, coming as far as feels good, and then just starting to sink down over that left leg. Right leg is still straight. Maybe you want to play with pointing and flexing the foot. See if you can lengthen your chest a little bit longer. Walking your hands all the way back. We'll turn our chest towards that straight leg. Take your left ankle, cross it over the right thigh. Get really long. If it feels uncomfortable on your thigh, just take your hand right underneath your left foot to take the pressure off. And we're just going to get long and sink forward. Maybe you can hold on. Maybe you want to grab hold of the right toes and just pull them back. Depending on where you experience tightness in that leg is where you're going to feel it. So my calves have been really tight recently, so I feel this all in my calf. You can press the opposite knee down if you like. When it feels good, slowly come up. We're going to take that left leg. You're going to bring it back behind you. Bend the left knee. Lengthen, or that's your right knee. Bend your right knee. So both feet are kind of at this weird angle. And then just walk yourself over towards the right, finding your way, maybe down onto your forearms. Maybe you can come even further back behind you, but I have a chair here. When you're ready for it, walking your hands back. We're just gonna adjust ourselves, bringing that left leg out. Right sole of the foot is gonna come into the inside of the thigh. Lengthen really long, and just start to walk yourself down between the two legs. So you might experience that this side is a lot different than the other side, just like I am. So I have right in that like middle of my hamstring on my left leg is really tight right now. So I feel it all right there. Adjusting your sitting bones as you need to. Try not to put too much pressure into your sides. So you might not be able to bend very far because maybe it gets too much into your low back and the sides of your back. When you're ready for it, if it feels good, we're going to walk the hands over towards the right, twisting as far as you can, and then just settling down. Just like on the other side, maybe you want to point and flex that left leg. And then when you're ready for it, coming back up, we're going to turn our bodies towards our left leg. Bring your right ankle across the thigh. Hold on to the bottom of the foot if you need to. Get really tall and just sink as far forward as feels good. Just like on the other side, maybe you want to pull your toes back. Maybe you want to press your knee open a little bit more. Try not to hyperextend the knee on the left leg so you still have it a little bit soft. Noticing any differences you feel on this side. When you're ready for it, we'll inhale back up. Take that right leg, bring it back behind you, bending the left leg. So you have this weird shape with both legs. 90-degree angles, and then we'll just turn our body as far over as feels good, and maybe you can bring yourself down. Finding deer pose. When you're ready for it, pressing back up, we're just going to bring that right leg forward, soles of the feet together, facing the left side of your mat. Get really tall. Maybe you can hold onto your feet and hinge yourself forward, keeping that spine long. If that feels really uncomfortable, hands can come behind you and you can just lengthen your chest, trying to press your knees out, maybe opening the soles of the feet towards the ceiling. When you're ready for it, we're going to bring those knees up, plant the feet down, hands right underneath your shoulders, roll the shoulders back, spread the fingertips wide. We're going to lift the hips, try to get them as high as you can, and open your chest up. Maybe you can let your head drop back. And then slowly come back down. We're going to do that 2 more times. So you're trying to get your chest as open as possible and squeeze your glutes to get those hips up. We're just trying to kind of stretch the body the opposite way than those chaturangas were stretching us, or strengthening us, I guess. So press into the heels, lifting up. Try to squeeze the shoulder blades together. Slowly bring it back down. One more time here. Open the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades, lifting up. And then bring it back down. Give your knees a hug. Let your head drop down. Reach the upper back behind you. And then from here, just slowly slide down onto your back. We'll bring both knees up into the chest. Hands on the knees, draw some big circles. going in one direction and then the other. You can rock around a little bit if it feels good, massaging that low back. And then we're going to bring the hands out to the sides, making a T shape. Shift your hips over towards the left and then let your knees drop to the right. You can take your hand on the top of your left knee if that feels good. If you want to bring a little bit extra, maybe you can straighten the leg out. And then take that left hip and shift it away from your face. Getting a real deep stretch down the side of that booty. If it feels good, maybe looking over towards the right. No, that's the left. Looking over towards the left. And then we'll release. Slowly come back to center. Even out your hips. And then we'll scoot them over to the right. Drop the knees to the left. Maybe bringing the hand onto the knee. Maybe just like on the other side, you can extend that leg long and then press your right hip away from your face. Just changing the stretch a little bit and bringing it down that side body into like QL, TFL. Maybe you can feel it into your IT band. And then we'll come back into center. Hug the knees into the chest one last time. Give yourself a big squeeze. Take a long breath and hold it in. Repeating that mantra in your mind. And then as you exhale, just release everything down. I'm going to keep my knees bent and just let my knees drop in towards each other. If you don't like that and you want to extend them long, you can. I also like to bring my arms up above my head. So I'm just going to take 10 long breaths here. If you like a long Shavasana, thank you for practicing with me, and you can turn me off now. Otherwise, just 10 long deep breaths. When you're ready, you can begin to bring some movement back into your body. Just making some small movements that feel good and eventually lengthening yourself all the way out for a long, deep inhale. Stretching through the whole body. And then as you exhale, just bend one knee at a time and gently roll off onto one side. Taking a moment to blink the eyes open. And slowly press your way up into seated. Roll the shoulders back, lengthen through the spine. We'll take a long, deep inhale in. Lengthen the arms up above you as high as you can. Bring your palms to touch and lower them down to your heart center. Just giving a moment of gratitude to your body. May the light within me reach out and touch the light within all of you. Thank you so much for joining me. Just want to take a moment to say happy Juneteenth to all of my American followers, even though I'm going to post this Saturday. Today's Friday and it's Juneteenth. If you don't know what that is, I very much encourage you to go educate yourself. I'd also like to say happy Pride Month to the LGBTQI+ community. I stand with you, I stand with the Black community, Black Lives Matter, and I will see you all next time.